Welcome to PoPo's channel.
In this episode, let's take a look at this tulip phone bag, how to crochet it. We use a double-ended crochet hook here. Take out the thread and start knitting. We start with slip stitch here. Wrap the thread around your finger once. Thread the needle through the loop. Make a slip knot. Pass the hook needle through the loop. Tighten it a little bit. Don't pull it too tight. We need to start with 24 slip stitches. A slip stitch is a hook that wraps around the thread and passes through the loop. This is the first slip stitch. Let's mark it with a marker. The first lock stitch is done. We need to make 23 more slip stitches later. That's how we start. Everyone can start from the back and work forward. I've finished 24 chain stitches. Then we'll start the first round. We turn the braided stitches we have just made over and go back to the second stitch. This is the first stitch. The second one is here. You can see the thread here. This is the first one. This is the first stitch, and the second one is behind. Then we start to crochet. Start from the second stitch back. Insert the hook into the loop and wind the thread out. After hooking, there are 2 loops on the needle. Wrap the thread around the hook and pass through both loops. This is the way to hook short stitches. Mark a safety pin on the first short stitch. After the first short stitch is hooked, we continue to crochet. Hook back to the start. Here are 22 short stitches. The first stitch is done, then hook the second stitch. Second one, and hook the back of each stitch in the back. This thread everyone can follow this method to complete the circle. This is the last stitch at the end. We remove the marker. In the last stitch of this stitch, 3 short stitches. Insert the hook into the last stitch and hook it out. This is the first. The second one. The third short stitch. After hooking, we go to the next stitch. To the other side. On the other side, this side, we need to crochet 21 short stitches. Then we hook the stitch on the side, and then we insert the hook into this stitch. Hook 2 stitches, insert the hook into the entire thread, and hook through both of the 2 threads. Hook the thread out, and hook a short stitch. This is the first stitch. Then we hook the stitches one by one from back. Press the end of the thread behind over the needle. Then hook it out and hide this end of the thread. Second stitch. Third stitch. The fourth stitch. Fifth stitch. And we do the same for the whole row until the end. Let's take a look at how to crochet it. Here are 21 short stitches done. There is 1 stitch left at the end. 2 short stitches are needed to be crocheted in this stitch. Here we crochet to short stitches. Mark a marker on the last stitch. We have hidden a section of the thread, or you can cut it off. Then we'll start at the first stitch marker to do a SL Saint here. The first round is done. Then we'll crochet the second round after we pull the thread here and make a slip stitch as the height of the second round. In the second round, we will crochet the outer half of the long stitches. Hook the needle through the stitch marker into this stitch here. It may be hard to find here. Then we use a large pin. Lift up this side of the stitch and make it looser, a little looser. Then we'll hook this stitch. Yarn over, hook needle, yarn over, outer half stitch, and hook the needle through the loop. Then we need to pass through the back of it. This thread is equivalent to threading 2 threads. Here to hook. And make a medium long stitch. This is the first stitch, and mark it with a marker. Then do the same thing behind. Hook the needle, wind the thread, and pick the outer half away from your half needle. Then pick up the loop under the outer half needle and hook it out with the thread. Then repeat this process to pick the outer half stitch. Then pick the outer half stitch. There is a thread under the outer half needle and hook it in like this. And hook it out. Hook a half stitch. Repeat this process for the entire circle. Then you can follow this method to complete the entire circle. Remove the marker from the last stitch here. Then crochet a medium long stitch in this stitch. This is the last stitch. Then we'll use the first stitch to do a slip stitch. Here you should take off and insert the hook through the entire loop. Tighten the thread a little bit. The second round is done. There are 48 stitches in the second round. Count to see if you have 48 stitches. After the second round, we'll crochet the third round. In the third round, we'll crochet 3 chains. Hook needle around the thread directly. This is the first, the second, and the third. After the third slip stitch is done, we mark a safety pin on the third slip stitch. Then we need to crochet another slip stitch. Here, we need to crochet for chain stitches. After hooking the slip, we need to hook a long stitch in the same to hook a long stitch. To hook a long stitch, hook the needle and insert it into the same stitch, which is the stitch we just backstitched into, and hook the thread out. After hooking it out, there are 3 loops on the needle. We hook the needle and thread through the first 2 loops, then hook the 2 back loops again. Here are 3 chains, which is equivalent to a long stitch. After hooking the 3 chains, and then crochet a slip stitch, then we hook a long stitch. It's the same as here. After the long stitch, we need to crochet a slip stitch to space. Then we need to leave 3 stitches empty below. Here is the first, second, and third stitches, and a total of 3 stitches in the 4th stitch. Start to crochet 2 long stitches. Hook the needle through the 4th stitch and wind the thread. Hook the needle around the thread and pull it out. After hooking it out, there are loops on the hook. Hook the needle through the first 2 loops and wind the thread again and hook the 2 back loops. After hooking a long stitch, hook a slip stitch. After hooking a slip stitch, continue to wind the thread and hook a long stitch in the same stitch. After hooking a long stitch, hook a slip stitch. Then we need to leave 1, 2, 3 stitches empty and hook 2 long stitches in the 4th stitch. Hook the needle through the loop. Hook through the front 2 loops and hook through the 2 loops behind. Then we hook a slip stitch first. Continue to hook the needle and thread through the same stitch. And hook a long stitch. Then hook a slip stitch. Go to the next stitch. Empty 1, 2, 3. Insert the hook into the 4th stitch. And hook a long stitch. Then a slip stitch. Continue to hook a long stitch. A slip stitch. Repeat this for the whole round. 3 stitches. And then in the 4th stitch, hook a long stitch and a slip stitch. Continue to hook a long stitch in the same stitch and a slip stitch. Then go to the next stitch. Everyone can crochet the whole round in this way. Here's the end. Here, leave 3 stitches empty. Then insert the hook into the 4th stitch. Hook a long stitch and a slip stitch. Continue to wind in the same stitch. Hook a long stitch and make a slip stitch. Then there are exactly 3 empty stitches here. This marker is no longer needed. 1, 2, 3, 3. Then mark the stitch here with a marker. The 3rd slip stitch. At this position, use the position where the marker was just to pull up. Insert it into the loop of the lock stitch to the stitches. In this way, the 3rd round is done. After hooking, pull the thread of this section. Pull the loop open. Pass the white thread through here. Tighten the thread here. When we crochet this bag, we don't need to cut the thread. Just crochet like this. The 3rd round is done here. And after hooking, hook the 4th. We need to change to green thread to crochet. When we crochet, in the space of 3 stitches of the previous round, this is the 1st stitch. The 2nd and 3rd stitches, we insert the hook into the middle stitch of this one. We take out the green thread and put the thread behind it and make 4 chains. Hook the needle around and make a slip stitch to lock stitches, 3 lock stitches. Put a marker at the position of the third lock stitch. These 3 chain stitches are equivalent to a long stitch. Then we hook another slip stitch. After hooking these 4 chains, we wind the hook around. Continue in the same stitch. Press down this section of thread and hook the thread in the same stitch. And hook a long stitch is the same as the previous round of crocheting. After hooking a long stitch, hook a slip stitch. Then go to the next one, which is the last round. Leave it in the middle of the 3 stitches here. Insert the hook in the same way. Hook the needle. Insert the hook into the middle of this end. Hook the needle. Hook it out. Hook it out. Hook the front 2 loops of the hook needle. Unwind the thread and hook the 2 back loops. After hooking a long stitch and a slip stitch, continue to hook a long stitch in this stitch. Okay, hook a slip stitch. This is the whole circle. In the last round, insert the hook into the middle of the 3 empty stitches and hook 2 long stitches. And make a slip stitch. After each long stitch is hooked, you need to hook a slip stitch. You can follow the previous method too. To complete the round, the end is the same as before. Hook the needle, insert the hook into the middle stitch, hook 2 long stitches. This is the first one. Second long stitch, and hook a slip stitch. Pull the loop through the stitch marker at the first stitch. Pull the loop bigger. Pull the thread of this section over. Show and tighten. Now the 4th round is finished, then we'll crochet the 5th round. The 5th round is to crochet the flower color, the thread here. You can also use a large needle to hide it and insert it into the loop you just made. And do it several times, then it's done. After the green thread is finished, we take out the thread of the flower color to start crocheting. Here we take out the thread of the flower color to crochet flowers. We are going to crochet a circle in this big hole, in the green big hole. To hook it, put the flower color thread behind the hook. Hook the needle to hook the loop, then hook 3 chain stitches. 3. These are 3 slip stitches. Fasten a marker on the 3rd slip stitch, then tighten the end of the thread. Then in the same stitch, we need to crochet 2 long stitches. Hook needle around and continue to hook 2 long stitches in this stitch. This is the first one. This is the second one. Here are 3 chains, which is equivalent to a long stitch. Then we wind the hook and thread and make a slip stitch. Then go to the next big green hole and hook 3 long stitches. Hook needle through this large hole and hook 3 long stitches and pull it out to make 3 long stitches. After these 3 long stitches are done, and make a slip stitch. Then continue to the next stitch. After hooking 3 long, and make a slip stitch. Then continue to the next stitch. 3 long stitches. A slip stitch, and then to the next stitch. You can crochet the whole circle according to this rule. The last stitch here. 3 long stitches are also hooked in this stitch. Then a slip stitch and a slip stitch. Then pull up the first stitch here. Pull it from here. When we pull it out, we should tighten the thread a little bit. And then pass the thread through. Then the circle is laid out. Then we change the thread of the main color to hook the needle. Hook 3 long needles from here. The needle in the middle goes in crochet winding hook out.
After hooking it out, hook a lock needle.
Then hook a short needle inside the stitch. And here it is. The first short needle is marked with a marked buckle at this position. Then we need the hook here to elongate the short needle. Hook in this hole. This big white hole is hooked inside. The crochet goes in and the winding hook comes out. Hook it out and hook a short needle. Then hook a lock pin. Go through the hole again and hook a short needle. This is the elongated short needle. And then the same thing happens. Enter the needle through this thread between the 3 long needles. Hook out short needle. Then hook in this hole, in the big hole, an elongated short needle. Hook a lock needle and continue to pass through this needle hole. Hook an elongated short needle. Back. It also enters the needle from the middle of the 3 long needles. Take a short needle and take a needle from the big hole below. Hook elongated short needle. And you do the same thing, and you enter the needle through the middle thread. Elongate the short needle in the big hole. Everyone will follow this method later. Just tick the full circle. Same thing for the last stitch at the end here. Hook a short needle first, and then hook an elongated short needle. And here comes the first stitch. Recruit. Extend the coil. Thread it in. Tighten. And then we were done crocheting on the 6th lap. Then we changed the 7th circle of leaves. Green thread to crochet.
Then we take out the thread of the green leaf and hook it.
Is to pick 2 threads in the middle of this white purple.
Pick both the purple and white threads over the needle.
Then the wire hooks out. Hook out and hook 3 lock pins. Hook 3 lock pins first. Hook the marking buckle on the 3rd lock pin. Then hook another lock pin. Continue, we are in the same needle. There is a long needle hooked inside. Hook a long needle and then hook a lock needle to the next stitch. It's the same inside. Pick this circle of white thread. Hook a long needle, a lock needle, a long needle, pin, a lock pin. The following are all ticked like this. Hook a long needle, a lock needle, and a long needle. 1 lock pin to the next. One lock pin to the next.
So this is how you do it.
There's 1 stitch left at the end. Also hook a long needle, a lock needle, and a long needle. A lock needle is at the position of the first needle to pull out. Extend the coil. Pass the green line through. Tighten.